Hello and welcome back to the Darth Magog channel. I'm your host, the Dark Lord of the Apostates, Darth Magog.
And I am fives? A commander of fives? A five of commanders. This joke is not working out.
No, but luckily there are a few things that will work. Like our analysis as always. This time we'll be analyzing the Caleb and Sophia videos or the Become Jehovah's Friends series to understand how Jehovah's Witnesses use their children to facilitate their view of the family arrangement. I think we should get started.
I think I can weigh in on that.
Beautiful. We would be honored if you would join us. Okay, Commander, so as you know, the Caleb and Sophia videos are usually the most popular videos on the channel, and even though most of our XJW agents are very familiar with you and your credentials, we're always going to have some new recruits. So, would you care to share your credentials and reintroduce yourself to the agents?
I would not, but I will for the shinies. Yes, I have a master's degree in early childhood education with a focus on trauma, and I have 15 years years in the field.
Wow, wouldn't it be magnificent?
I wish I had 15
if
degrees.
You got a degree
I would
year.
if it wasn't so cost prohibitive.
I think you'd be getting paid a lot more with 15 degrees.
I should be getting paid a lot more than with the one degree I have.
1 to 3 degrees you have. Yeah. Nobody knows how
Nobody
many
knows.
you
Nobody knows. Secret.
It's a secret. That being said, I think it'll combo very well with the, with the 20 years of Jehovah's Witness experience I have as a ministerial servant, a publisher, and probably most importantly, a child raised in this religion. So, you know, that also doesn't get me paid very well, unfortunately. There's no degree for it, and there's no payment for it, unfortunately.
Yeah, no degree, no payment for experience in childhood trauma.
Not so much, but that's okay. We're going to pass those savings on to our live studio audience here. Or not so live studio audience. I don't know how many people are on the ship, but that doesn't really matter. I've got a couple new episodes of Caleb and Sophia queued up for us. Alright, are you ready, Commander?
Yes.
Okay, so let's pull these up now. The arc that's going to connect them is that they're all Zoey-centric episodes. So you remember...
I remember Zoey.
You remember Zoey, Sophia's friend Zoey. And she's got her, unreasonably thick mother. That's the whole thing.
I don't remember the thick mother part, but you would. I know
you
would. Who would remember? Who says I was
judging
judging
you?
Judging
me,
I'm
Commander.
just describing you accurately.
Well, regardless whether you remember them or not, they will indeed be featuring in this episode. So let's start from the top. How about we do...
The top is Zoey's thick mother?
Commander!
Proceed.
Instead, we're going to watch the new video. It's called Jehovah is Our Father.
Oh, crikey.
Indeed. Let's proceed.
Wonder if that's Zoey's drawing.
That's a good question. We'll find out if it gets answered.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Hey,
oh, is that the thick mum?
That is.
Okay.
She got nerfed. Kinda like the dad.
Well, that's another topic that'll be dealt with another time.
She got mad nerfed.
So, what did you learn today?
I learned how Jehovah is our father.
What does that mean?
Well,
Oh no.
Jesus
Oh,
taught
yeah.
us that we should call Jehovah our father. But I didn't know why. Hold on.
Someone's impersonating Jesus.
Where is it?
I wonder who that could be.
White Jesus.
I know Jehovah created all things. But
Oh, it's
I
her
still
drawing.
didn't get
It was answered.
So we talked about you.
Yep.
What?
Jehovah is like a parent. So we talked about all the good things you do. You like to give me gifts. Jehovah gives us gifts too.
I can't hear. Oh,
He gives
God.
us so many good things to enjoy. Like the warm sunshine.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Oh, having trouble with the helmet there.
Just a spit.
Our senses. Mmm. And
I mean, you could accomplish that by just popping some weed.
Also,
Or a little LSD.
Oh, you're going into a
I know
lot
I
on
can
this
talk
one,
to you about
Commander.
anything, and I can do the same thing when I pray to Jehovah. I know you love and care about me. And that's how Jehovah feels about everyone. And, well, that's basically
This
it.
is news to Jehovah.
Wow.
No, Camille. Camille or Camila?
Camille, I think.
Camille. No, Camille.
Sophia's only line.
No. Grab Zoey
Well,
and run.
Did learn some very nice things today.
She looks so
I do have
uncomfortable,
some questions. Maybe we can talk about it next
as she
week.
should be.
No, those poor little things.
Indeed.
Is that the whole video?
That was the whole video, Commander. That one was mercifully short.
Mercifully short, but certainly a successful lassoing, which is very unfortunate from our point of view.
Oh, that's, well, what they said is true from a certain point of view.
I know you'd like to lasso her.
Commander! You calm down. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to read the scripture that they had. Yes, the
Like you
scripture
weren't gonna
I'm
do that
actually...
anyway.
Well, you know, I do have the fancy new Bible to show off. I got this during one of my undercover missions
Oh
last
yes,
year.
the undercover missions.
Yeah, that I'm never going to post. Don't ask me about it. None of you ask me about it. I will not post it.
Am I allowed to post about it?
Okay, I'll tell you what. If we get, I don't know, 1,000 likes on this one, I'll post it. Is that fair? Should we put up a poll about it?
Sure, let's put up a
We'll put
poll
up
about
a
it.
poll about it.
See what the agents want.
I'll tell you what. I'll put up a poll about it. If we get 1,000 likes on this, and then the majority rule, how does that
I'm
sound?
not among the audience, but it sounds fine to me.
What do you mean I'm not among the audience?
I'm not. I'm a co-host. Also, didn't you give me a promotion?
Several.
Yeah, the Bible's shiny. I'll give it that.
Yeah, shiny new Bible, and let's go to Isaiah chapter 64, and then we'll go to verse 8. So that was the theme chapter here, and that reads, "But now, O Jehovah, you are our Father. We are the clay. You are our potter." Potter's capitalized. "We are the work of your hand." End quote.
There's so many wrong places I could go with that, but I won't. I'll keep
You've
this
been-
as PG rated as I can.
Oh, why start now? Commander, the Jehovah's Witness context behind this is, well, it's a little complex. There are a couple of things to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
In most Abrahamic religions, and Jehovah's Witnesses is no exception, the God of the Bible, God, Yahweh, Jehovah, whichever you prefer to call him, he's usually referred to as Heavenly Father, you know.
Right.
He's Heavenly Father, he created the universe, he's the one that created our four ancestors like Abraham and Noah, Adam, Eve, so on and so forth.
Yes, so 4 of them.
Yes, all 4 of them.
Only 4.
But as it stands, that's you know, if that's what you believe in, then yes, he's the head of everything. He's the father of everything. Same little headship arrangement that we go over from time to time too. He's the head of the Christ is the head of the church, then the fathers, sons, yada yada yada, right? But it's a twofold little thing, so obviously Jehovah's Witnesses want people to see their God, Jehovah, as their father. It's a loyalty thing. It also goes, and there's another scripture where Jesus said, someone who loves their, children or brothers or sisters, whoever, over the Father, will make it into the kingdom of heaven, or vice versa. So Jehovah's Witnesses want you to see Jehovah as the ultimate parent, the ultimate person there is.
Right.
Now that's one aspect to keep in mind. There's a second, more sinister aspect that makes it a little tougher. Are you familiar with the concept of chosen family, Commander?
I am, but probably not. It doesn't sound like the association I have with that phrase is going to be what you're talking about.
So as you know, regular chosen family, it's basically, you're related to who you're related to, and then those you grow close with and become dear with becomes your family too.
Yes.
Right? Well, Jehovah's Witnesses, they take it one step further. As you know, they refer to one another as brother and sister and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice that they add in Jehovah as the Father. Now, it makes you wonder why. It's because in the spiritual family, they want him to be the Father. And that also falls in line with another concept that they call, it's basically like a spiritual adoption, where they want to look over the fatherless children in the congregation. They really have a whole big thing about orphans. If you're a child, so this not only applies to literal orphans, so children who have lost their parents in one way or another, through whatever matter, if they've passed away or so on and so forth. But this also applies where you'd be a fatherless child if your parents were not involved in Jehovah's Witnesses.
That makes sense.
So what they like to do is they like to replace what they call the fleshly family members, or the worldly family members, your literal family members, with people in the congregation. If you don't have a parent, this is where Jehovah would step in, and he would replace your physical mother, your physical father, if they're not terribly interested in Jehovah's Witness actions.
Got it. Then again, it's disturbing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is indeed, Commander. So, with that information, what do you think of this video from a childcare perspective? So, knowing what you know now about Jehovah being the ultimate parent and also replacing fleshly parents that may or may not be interested in Jehovah's Witnesses.
Well, actually, my first thought is a bit unrelated to that because it's about Sophia.
Let's talk about
Sophia. I was
Sophia.
thinking, as you said, she only has one line in the video, but I was thinking about how this is a win for her because she successfully recruited or is about to successfully recruit both Zoey and possibly Zoey's mother, which, as we know, is what pretty much the #1 accomplishment you can do in the organization.
Up in the top 5 for sure. I'm sure people can make other arguments, but if you actually get someone a baptism, that's pretty top tier.
Yeah, so that is, just furthering Sophia's own entrenchment into the doctrine, which there are many, many videos talking about Sophia and the damage to her about that. So, I wonder about Zoey's mother, Camille, how often does that actually happen, where a child is heavily involved in the organization, but they have living, otherwise involved parents who aren't? Can't they serve as a buffer of protection for the child?
That's a little confusing. So that gets into a divided household. Usually a child. So in my experience, and if I have any XJW agents or fellow apostate lords that can say otherwise, usually the parents are the ones involved and they'll bring the younglings along. However, there are some instances, and actually I suppose, come to think of it, myself and my siblings were something of an instance of this, where the parents are not involved in the organization specifically, still present and all that. In our case, our parents still believed in the tenets of it, but they just didn't attend meetings and so on and so forth. So that was an instance. So that, yes, they can serve as something of a buffer. Officially, Jehovah's Witnesses can't do anything to interfere with parental and familial roles. Legally and officially speaking, they're not supposed to do that. However, they will encourage you to continue to go because God's law supersedes man's law. And if your parents say one thing but Jehovah says another thing, they defer to Jehovah as the ultimate parent and as the ultimate authority. Yeah, if you start a Bible study and your parents are like, "Oh no, you can't go with those Jehovah's Witnesses," the Jehovah's Witnesses will say, "Oh, you should come with us because that's what Jehovah says, and what he says goes, so come on with us to the Kingdom Hall." And that's how it's supposed to be. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. Well, this could be interesting for Zoey because we don't know. I don't think a father has been shown.
Never shown, never mentioned. We get pictures of, I think her grandmother is mentioned several times. I think that was the initial episode Zoey shows up in, is that her grandmother had passed away. And we only ever get to see her mom show up.
Yeah, so let's assume that Zoey is growing up without a father.
Presumably, yes.
So obviously a huge vulnerability that they could exploit by giving her a heavenly father in Jehovah rather than, in the place of a flesh and blood dad or a second mom which would come with a whole host of other things with the
I think we did
JWs,
an
right?
episode on that.
We did that. So yeah, I just didn't want to rule out
We
the
know how that would
possibility, but we know how that would go. So yeah, obviously, I mean that's fairly self-explanatory. And now, in place of a second parent, she's got this heavenly deity as a father figure who she's been told is going to love her, but who actually will control her, or rather, people will control her, supposedly acting on his behalf. And she's a girl, she's a daughter, which makes it worse for her than the sons generally, from what you've told me.
Right, generally.
Yeah, so that's a whole bundle of concerns right there. Growing up without, if she lost her dad, he's not around for some reason, maybe a traumatic reason, there's grief in and of
Or
itself.
maybe they're just divorced, maybe he works in the military and is never home as a result.
Perhaps, that could also be true, but let's go. Since we don't know either way, let's go with this particular theory that it's already a loss, which is difficult enough.
Right.
And if you add in the heavenly, quote-unquote, loving father who you never actually see, but who supposedly loves you, except he doesn't because he's an agent of control. So, poor Zoey.
Poor Zoey indeed.
I'd like to, in my headcanon for this video would be that she goes to that Camille goes to the meeting with Sophia's mum, and Sophia's mum fills her in, and it's enough to frighten Camille right the fuck off. And as I said jokingly, but now I'm saying seriously, she grabs Zoey and runs.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I wouldn't want Sophia to suffer for that either. Sophia is also an innocent victim in all this, even though she's being, as you said, being used to facilitate the family arrangement.
Right.
Or at least recruiting new people
really?
in this case. Yeah, but I don't think that's where the video is intending to go, obviously. It's not.
It does make it a little complicated because that's another thing that Jehovah's Witnesses bring up when you start studying the Bible, that people may or may not be proponents of it. The way they see it is that you'll either eventually win them over with your good example, they call it giving a good witness. So with your good Christian behavior, you'll eventually win over a mother or a husband or whoever, and bring them into the truth as well. Or, ultimately, they'll be opposed to you, they'll stand as an obstacle, and only with Jehovah will you get over that obstacle.
Yeah, this reminds me a bit, if we're going with the headcanon that we've talked about, the vacuum of, in Zoey's life of another with
another parental figure?
Yeah, that reminds me of some information you told me from your personal history of, you knew somebody who lost a mother very young and was recruited by door-knocking JWs, and they got pulled into the organization that way.
Yep, she sure did. She sure... You guys have seen the video. If you haven't, I'll link it or something like that. But, spoiler warning, it's my mom. Spoiler warning.
Yes, the mother Magog, which has a pleasing alliteration, but that's neither here nor there. She wouldn't be pleased with this video series at all, but that's fine. She doesn't need to know about it. Anyway, so, coming back around, which I think we always end up doing eventually with these videos to trauma, difficulties, etc., making you more vulnerable, especially as a child when you don't have the cognitive, intellectual, emotional maturity to protect yourself.
Right.
I do wonder what Camille's questions are. She says she has some questions, but we don't get to know what those are.
Well, would you like to find out?
Is it about white Jesus? Did she ask why Jesus is white?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
Yeah.
How about we find out in the next clip over here? So the next episode is called The Greatest Act of Love. Let me know when you're ready, Commander.
I'm ready.
Alright, very good. Let us proceed.
It's not going to be an act of love, though. I can spoil that much for everybody. Oh.
Yeah, we got...
Is that little Zoey?
Is baby Zoey.
There's Grandma.
Yep, there's Mom. Hasn't aged today.
They never do in these cartoons.
No, they never do. I think it costs more money.
Yes.
There's the house over there. There seems to be somebody that's graduated. I presume that's the father?
Yeah.
That's the first appearance.
Maybe that's Dad's mum.
Maybe it is. Maybe you're right. Maybe he did pass away. Or something.
That's a fairly strong clue for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that's a paternal
Oh
grandmother.
yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Oh, they have a grandma pie and a baby pie.
Oh yeah, those are gonna bake at completely different rates.
Well, not the point, Lord Magog.
Hey!
I think the laws of physics are important, Commander Fives.
If they were to these people, none of this would be happening.
Touche.
Wow.
Oh.
These
A
things
boo-boo.
happen. That's something I've had to do that for the Padawans as well.
Put the band-aids on the stuffy.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed. That's a thing that has been required of me.
Yeah, there's definitely some psychology behind that, which I'll get into a
very
different
good
day. Getting their hair done.
Good thing she's not a young man, because the Jehovah's Witnesses would never allow that.
Well, she's not a witness yet.
Yeah, well,
bad
they
it didn't
wouldn't
stay that
portray
way.
it that way.
So this is loss.
This is the big loss. Obviously, and we know that there's an episode where Sophia gives her the book, and that's how they get started too. We've covered that one.
Oh yeah, Zoey in mourning for somebody.
Yeah, she was in mourning, and then they talked about the Israelite girl, the slave
Yeah,
girl.
I'll recall.
And apparently slavery is a good way to
Yes, that
get
was a
people
really
to-
sad, poignant moment with the puppy.
That was.
Yeah.
Oh. Here you go.
Wait, is that Zoey?
Thanks.
Wait, no, it's
Yeah,
Mum.
this one's
okay.
Mom's.
I thought it might be Dad, but this is...
No, it's Mom. Not so much.
Hey, soon we're having a memorial, and you have to come. It's the most important event. This invite is for you and your mom. I can tell you more about
I
it at our
love how
study.
stiff she is at that point. She just
I was
goes.
thinking the same thing. Definitely this is exposition for the audience moment.
Even though the audience already
Okay,
knows
let's move
this.
on to the next paragraph. Do you mind reading?
Okay, sure. Many people hope for good things to happen, but they cannot be sure that their hope.
Okay. Now it's
See, what's going on? Little flashcards. Oh, a sequence is a story.
Adam and Eve disobeyed Jehovah. They lost their perfect life and died.
Mhm.
Right.
They make little activities you
After
can print
that,
out. There's a whole thing
nobody was
on the
perfect.
website.
Are the men always jacked like that with
But yes,
chests?
all the biblical men are super jacked and sexy.
About Jehovah. He gave his life.
They should depict that only as being something you get in paradise.
Actually, that is something that
Nobody will
depicted in
have to
paradise. Sometimes.
Has anybody ever given you a special gift?
Shiny Zoe's so adorable.
And she's in for so many
Why do
terrible
you think they gave
things.
it to you? Because she loved me. Right. Jehovah and Jesus gave us the greatest gift. It costs a lot.
A whole
But they
3-day
give it to
weekend.
us because they love us. And they want us to live forever. But what about my grandma? Their gift is for her too. There's somebody in the Bible I'd like you to meet. She's a lot like you. Luke chapter 7.
I'm reminding myself actively that Sophia's a child and she does not know what she's doing. This is very manipulative.
She had a husband
Yeah, whoever she is, she has pronouns.
and a son.
Those blueberries.
You know, I'm not sure they
Those
had
blueberries.
those in ancient Palestine.
I doubt it, but it looked like blueberries. Or were they olive trees?
Oh, could have been.
very chubby rooster.
That's probably why. Doesn't evenly distribute the food. And then laughing about it.
He's going on a journey for God, probably.
But then,
Or
Her
might have been to
husband
war.
died.
Who knows? That's not really clear, I don't think.
she still had her son to keep her company.
Because that's what children do, I guess. Keep you company. It's not like you raised them or anything.
Is that the same chicken? All these years later?
Maybe it's a descendant, who knows. Also expensive to use different chicken models.
I suppose. They should get hey.
Hmm?
They should
then-
get hey
What do you
Her
mean?
son died too.
from Moana, the chicken.
Oh,
Did they
yes.
die? She was already a widow, and now she was all alone. The day of the funeral, Jesus came to Nain.
It's your boy.
Indeed.
It feels good to say that again.
For those who don't know or don't remember, it's White Jesus. White Jesus is the boy.
Your boy.
Yes, my boy, and specifically for some reason.
Stop weeping.
Rude. She can cry if she wants.
I know, he did too when his friend died.
The polite way is to say that not all tears are an evil.
Oh.
Young man, I say to you, get up.
That's no way to speak to the dead.
Apparently it is.
Speaking of being stiff, oh my god, who did they get to voice this White Jesus character? They woke him up in mummy wrapping. What if he's claustrophobic?
They didn't think about that.
Not quite as bad as Buffy, but
Why do
still.
you think Jesus brought him back to life? Because he loved them. Yeah, he loves all of us. He loves you. That's why he died for us. Jehovah brought Jesus back to
He's
life.
still white.
These things
Sin.
Give
happen.
him an
Jesus
accuracy
will resurrect
upgrade.
people. And because he died for us, we can all live forever. It's the greatest gift anyone could give us.
Everybody that gets resurrected to
When we
heaven
go
is
the
white.
memorial, it's a way to say thank you.
Yeah, that's dark.
Well, actually, that's not
Except
true.
not probably yet.
Mom,
Hi, baby.
should we get ready for the memorial?
Oh, honey. It was a long day. I'm so sorry. I don't think we can make it.
Oh, not
This
on
is
your...
heavy-handed symbolism there.
Wait for it.
Can't wait to see you tonight. Let us know if you need a ride. It's Sophia's mom.
Mom, we can do this.
With the help of White Jesus.
Your boy.
Let's do it.
Yay!
Poor little girl.
Even the dog is happy. Who indoctrinated the
Yes,
dog?
They did,
I'm
a
glad
few
you're
episodes
studying the
ago.
Bible.
Me too.
At this time, we will have the
This
passing
is what
of
they're
the
doing, by the way. This is the whole ceremony.
Yeah, you did a live stream on one of these.
I did,
And everyone
and
was bored to
I
tears.
explained
As
it
we
to
all
you,
go
I
home
think,
tonight.
prior.
I
Think about
think
what
it was
Jesus
what.
sacrificed.
That's what led you to need to take a break from the channel for a
No.
bit. No,
No,
it's one of the last ones you did, I think.
no.
No, okay. It was still painful. That's the point.
I think that made you want to take a break.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So based on what you said earlier, Paradise only has one token black child.
not pulling any punches on this stream, are you, Fives?
Mom!
Why would I be here if I was?
I mean, yes, it does.
Come with me.
I don't think Caleb's had a thing to do these last two videos. There's Caleb's dad, with some ancient Bible characters. This is Caleb's mom, Caleb and Sophia's mom. And then, oh, it's Lydia from the other episode.
Yeah, and Grandma's coming up pretty soon here, I'm pretty sure. Yes, the homeward bound moment. Shadow's coming.
Why is he sad? He knows what's going on.
Zoey. Turn around.
Zoey!
Grandma?
Now, unlike Sister Elsa, Grandma doesn't get to be young again.
Oh, that's right.
Or maybe she does a little. I suppose her hair is darker now.
Grandma's here now.
She's got the same facial construction, but whatever.
Well, as you said, money.
Jehovah has shown love in many ways.
Is that Stephen
But when he gave
Oh no,
Jesus
that's on
life
him.
for
Yeah,
us,
I don't think so.
that was the
He sounds too
greatest
normal.
act of love.
Yeah, the inflections aren't there.
Because the moon means Jesus. Alright, Commander.
I'm disappointed.
You sure sound disappointed. You know what might make you feel
No,
better?
I would not. I don't want a bleeding
That's too
Bible
bad.
verse. Take it
That's too
away.
bad,
I'm tuning it out.
Commander. The context
Tuning
here.
it
Oh,
out.
Maybe our XJW agents might appreciate the context a little more. So we're going to...
Okay.
Okay, so for the context, we're going to read John chapter 3, verse 16, and that reads, "For God loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten Son, so that everyone exercising faith in him might not be destroyed, but have everlasting life." Alright, so the context on this one, obviously, so obviously, Zoe's got a lot of people that she loves that are dead in her life. Wow. So, and Jehovah's Witnesses, they firmly believe in two things. One, they firmly believe in the destruction of the world in Armageddon. And two, they firmly believe in a paradise where the righteous and the unrighteous will be resurrected to live in a perfect global paradise Earth, where everyone's going to live forever and yada yada yada, never grow old, so on and so forth. They interpret so that the John 3:16 verse was basically explaining why Jesus died from a Jehovah's Witness perspective, and did that specifically to pay for. I think we talked about this when we did the Sister Elsa video, when he died to pay for Adam, who ruined life, so on and so forth. It's a little convoluted. It's a little convoluted.
As it usually is.
But yeah, the way they see it is that humans were always meant to be perfect, you know, basically biologically immortal. But because Adam disobeyed God, he ruined it for everyone and turned on some weird genetic marker where all of us get sick and die and age and yada yada yada. And the only way to balance that out was to send Jesus, the first creation, also known as Michael the Archangel, to Earth in a human body where he could live a perfect human life and then be killed by humanity. For reasons. And by spilling that blood onto the ground, that's what wipes the slate clean. So that now God can end the world and those who are faithful with him and practicing the Jehovah's Witness religion get to survive God ending the world. And anyone else gets resurrected so that they can also become Jehovah's Witnesses and enjoy the rest of life forever. So that's the theory behind it, and that includes people that never got to be Jehovah's Witnesses. In this case, Zoe's grandmother specifically. And to make sure that you get to see Zoe's grandma, Zoe, and by extension, Mom, have to also be Jehovah's friends, because Jehovah he's going to resurrect everybody else, but only his friends get to see the resurrected people. Because if you're not his friend, when the time comes, he'll kill you. And then your grandma's going to be there and going to be really confused, because she's going to be looking for her kid and her grandkid and her daughter-in-law and all those things, and they won't be there because they weren't Jehovah's friend. So that's the context.
So that's how the unrighteous make it in this, that they're expected to become Jehovah's Witnesses after getting into paradise.
After they get resurrected, and they are given 1,000 years to learn and study and become Jehovah's Witnesses. And the existing Jehovah's Witnesses will teach them and baptize them and so on and so forth in the governing body among the other 144,000 witnesses that go to heaven instead of surviving, again, for some reason, because they're gonna live up there with Jesus and help him rule the planet. So it actually might have been Stephen Led or Tony Morris standing there with the staff.
You shall not pass.
Oh, don't make him sound like Gandalf. He's not nearly cool enough.
I know he's not, but who could resist
you
that?
You are doing the deep cuts. I'm going to have to do so much editing. I have to get a Buffy reference in here. I gotta get Lord, you know how much editing this is,
That's
Commander.
the secret to make you do all this work.
Anyway, that's the context. So, now at this point, what do you think of this video from a childcare perspective?
I'm disappointed and I hate it.
Why are you disappointed?
It's a boatload of crap.
Why specifically? Help us out.
It's really expanding on and bringing home what we were talking about in the video before,
right.
Which is exploiting the lost, exploiting a child, exploiting a child to exploit another child. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything really profound I can say. It's all kind of there. It's still in the things that people want, like love and belonging, being dangled as bait and presented in with a very shiny veneer. But as you, an apostate, and me as an apostate in crime, know better, and this is like I've been noticing in the wider world and more lately anyway, is with propaganda and propagandists, it's not so much what people say, especially the more insidiously skilled ones. It's not so much what people say, it's what they leave out. And
so what do you think they left out here, aside from the context I've given, obviously?
The true purpose, which is to lure people in for their own purposes. And there's so many examples of this outside of the topic of Jehovah's Witnesses, which I won't get into right now because it'll hijack the whole video. But yeah, when you're listening to something, and whether it seems sus or not, if you're not sure and you're not fully sure of the source, do research and listen to what they leave out, because the more nefarious they are, the more critical things and the more essential things they're leaving out, I promise you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crappy. Now I know it's not the character's fault, it's a narrative issue, but Camille's being a bad parent.
Oh, you think so?
Camille is not asking nearly enough questions, clearly.
As far as we know, she hasn't asked any questions on screen. It's only been Zoey that asks the questions.
Yeah, well, we saw that she was having a one-on-one conversation with Sophia's mum, and she's not put off by anything. Clearly, there's nothing ringing any alarm bells. Like, I thought for a split second that when she came home and Zoey asked her to go to the memorial, she was like, oh, and she just ends up saying that she's had a long day. I thought it was going to be something more substantial, like, I don't know about these people. So, it was just, oh, I'm tired, honey.
That actually would have been pretty metal. I think they might have done that in a live action video. I think in this one geared specifically to younglings, they probably didn't want to invite the idea.
No, I'm sure not. They never would have done that.
No.
But it makes her out to be a bad parent, just effectively because that's, You know, that's not the point they're making. They're making the
Oh,
opposite
I
point.
see.
It's not a cautionary tale. It's a come round, cadet, literally.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's nothing very profound. It's pretty boldly on its face.
And you didn't have anything else that you were thinking of with the way Sophia presented the questions. Did you notice how they were presenting the questions in the Bible study, excuse me?
Yeah, she was asking. I don't know if it's technically a leading question.
They're pretty prescribed.
Yeah, definitely asking very prescriptive questions, and yet, yeah, again, she's been taught to do that. So it's not, what do you think? It's not open-ended. It's not, what do you think? How do you feel? Tell me about your experiences. And so, why did Jehovah do this? And why do you think he did that? It's like,
Not a big fan.
no, not a fan.
Not a fan. I figured more or less.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that's, I think we got through quite a bit. Any final thoughts, Commander, before we sign off for the evening, or whatever time we're doing this?
I think my most important takeaway is what I was saying a moment ago, which is listen to what they leave out. Look for what they leave out.
All right. That sounds pretty reasonable. I'd say that's, I think that's a pretty important thing. Honestly, I think it's just reinforced the whole idea that I know I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I really do feel like Jehovah's Witnesses hold families hostage in that regard.
absolutely.
With these promises, with these carrots that they dangle up there.
Yeah, well, hence why they target people who are more vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, people who are lonely, people who don't have a lot of support already in their lives. Those are the people who are most vulnerable to this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's pretty painful.
Mm-hmm. I think if Zoe's grandma were alive, she wouldn't be putting up with any of this shit.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, Zoe's grandma would have been like, not my baby, not my baby.
Probably not. Well, that being said, Commander, I think it's time to jump back to light speed. I will leave you to your duties.
Sounds good.
All right.
My Lord Magog. It's been good seeing you again, by the way.
Pleasure as always, Commander.
It's been a moment.
It has indeed. But that's all we have for you today, XJW agents. What do you think? As always, we'd love to read your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And until next time, remember agents, the elders may be watching you, but Darth Magog is watching the Watchtower.
Thank you.